So, I would just like to give any young players out there a bit of advice, with hopefully for their careers. You've got to believe in yourself, which is something I didn't do for many, many years. But the paradox to that and the turmoil to that was the fact that, I don't want to go on blaming anybody. I just didn't believe in myself. A lot of negative core beliefs, which totally affected my career as a musician. And I just kept working and working and working, believing that would get me everywhere. But it does in a certain way. Don't get me wrong, happy with how I play now. Actually, don't practice anywhere near I used to practice when I was practicing. Let me say from what sort of 16 up until like 20, I'd be doing like 7 days a week, 14 hours a day, every day, which caused friction in the house where I lived with my dad. He didn't agree to it. Told me to get a real job, as they do. But the problem with that was you get to a certain level where you have to practice a certain amount of hours just to maintain that technique that you've built. So basically, that's it's not a good thing. And looking back on it, it's not a good thing. I suppose at the time it seemed the right thing to do. But I would say the best thing to do, if you're playing, is just improvise. I think Ingve used to do that. He used to just play rather than practice scales and exercises and shit like that. And it got me nowhere really. I mean, I was such a fine-tuned instrument. My finger technique was so light and so refined that it just took so many hours every day just to get back to that space where I could actually play what I wanted to play. So I was sort of trapped in a way. This time around, since I started playing again, I've done nothing like that at all. Some days I don't play. Sometimes I don't even think about the guitar. It's just chilled me out more. I'm more relaxed now, and when I'm playing, it's just there, and I'm really chuffed with it. I'm sure there's better players out there, but each to their own. Everyone's got their own feel and their own touch. I believe that I've got some nice things in my style of playing that are quite unique. So I'm hoping to bring that into some music, which I'm working on this year. Getting out there with some songs and putting the guitars into the vocal songs, because I do sing as well. And we shall see how far it goes. So that was just something a summary of that is basically don't be practicing scales and exercises that are meaningless. I see a lot of these, loads of players, there's some amazing young players out there, but they all sound like fucking robots to me. They just sound like machines, There's nothing to it, no feel. I suppose when you play fast, that's debatable if there's any feeling in it, but for me it is a feeling, and that's why I do it. But it's only for myself. I don't really try to portray it as I'm the fastest guitar player in the world sort of thing, But I also used to listen to Chris Impellitteri as well, so I think there's a bit of influence in my playing from him. This was in the 90s. So if you can take anything from this bullshit I've just said, I would say don't practice scales and exercises. I'd just play and improvise. There's loads of backing tracks out there on YouTube you can practice over, which is what I do. And listen to a lot of music, listen to different styles of music, and try listen to rhythmic phrasing, like for example, like I said, Tony McAlpine. Another great player of mine that I used to follow, another player that I used to follow all the time was John Sykes. Amazing John Sykes, always respect for the guy. I listen to a lot of hard rock, I listen to metal, progressive metal. My favourite band of all time, which I was fortunate to come across luckily, recently was a band called from Sweden called Evergrey. Absolutely brilliant. I feel their music and everything in it. It's helped me a lot in my sort of rehabilitation of past traumas. So I'm really grateful to that band. They don't know me. I'm friends with a few of them on Facebook, but just more like a fan, you know. But who knows? One day I might be able to coax Tom into doing a few tunes if we get some decent tunes together. So yeah, so that's the other bands that I like as well is Airborne. Love Airborne. I've also Stevie Ray's stuff. I love a lot of blues stuff as well. So you know, I listen to a lot of music. You listen to a lot of music and improvise, and don't take it too seriously. At the end of the day, we're heading in the same direction. So don't become obsessive. That's what I did when I was younger. And hopefully these words might be wise to you. All right, take it easy. We'll see you again. Thank you.